You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we're not dealing with rational people when it comes to the Charlie Kirk assassination. These people are masked off. They're glad that he's dead. And I said it other times too before in other videos, guys. These people want you dead too. If you don't think like them, if you disagree with them, they want you dead. Especially if you're actually a public figure. And this also transcends into sports. That actually brings us to Sam Ponder. Remember, Sam Ponder used to be ESPN. And then ESPN showed her the door. Why? It's because she didn't agree with men invading women's sports. She was actually on Sage Steele's podcast and let the cat out the bag. She was on the clock as soon as she spoke out on the trans issue. The higher ups at ESPN, they didn't like it. And why was Charlie Kirk assassinated? A lot of it had to do with the transgender issue. Now these people feel emboldened, folks. They're happy. They're glad that Charlie Kirk is dead. But they want others to die also as well. Now, Sam Ponder put out some condolences to Charlie Kirk. And guess what? The leftists came after her in the form of DMs. Now, I'm pretty sure she gets DMs all the time. But this time, it seems like it was actually way worse than normal. Now, in my opinion, guys, she received death threats. I truly do believe that, folks. Like I said, these people feel emboldened to go out there now and say whatever they want. A lot of these people are actually losing their jobs. This could actually be a bunch of trolls too. But folks, these people, they want you dead. Just that simple. Let's go ahead and get into this. Here we go. Right over here on the New York Post, Sam Ponder's DMs more disturbing than ever after mourning Charlie Kirk. She put out a simple statement, folks, and that was too much for the leftists. Says here, one former ESPN star said she received disturbing messages after posting about the death of Charlie Kirk. Sam Ponder, who worked at the Worldwide Leader for over a decade, revealed last week that she received a flood of direct messages after mourning the 31-year-old conservative activist who was assassinated at a campus event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. Now, this is what she actually put out on X, guys. She said, quote, "I mourn for Charlie's family. I mourn for our country, but I have renewed hope that many, like me, will find the courage to lovingly speak the truth boldly in the public square as he often did." That's all she said. But folks, here's the kicker, man. When you actually talk about speaking truth, these people don't care. Charlie Kirk was speaking truth. They killed him for it. Yeah, it's out there, man. We know exactly the reason why Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger. We also know why Sam Ponder was fired from ESPN. Remember, this is back in July, folks, right here. Former ESPN host details firing after support for women against trans athletes. She knew it. As soon as she started speaking out, folks, she was on the clock. Samantha Ponder says sharing stories about transgender athletes in women's sports put her on the clock with network executives. Yeah. She was fired for speaking out. She detailed it on Sage Steele's podcast. This is what she actually said at the time. Quote, "I didn't really think that was going to get much of a response, but it did. They were uncomfortable with me talking about the trans women and women's sports issue and that they weren't going to allow me to misgender people. Wow. Look here. Also, Ponder told Sage Steele on Ladder's podcast that she shared Paula Scanlon's story about swimming against Leah Thomas. But then one of the top bosses reached out to both former ESPN employees. They wanted her to be silent. They wanted her to be quiet. Just like, that deranged lunatic who assassinated Charlie Kirk wanted him to be silent forever, though, and took his life. Man. But right here, it says on Saturday, 2 days after writing about Kirk, the former Sunday NFL Countdown host said she had received the DMs, describing them as worse than usual. Quote, "My DMs are more disturbing than ever, and trust me, that's saying something. Apparently, only perfect people can mourn when they're murdered in their 30s with a wife and young children," she wrote. "When a man is shot, debating opinions with anyone for all to see, he must align with our chosen dogma perfectly. If not, he had it coming, shouldn't have said those mean things, so you should shut up about it. How can we see someone post about sadness over the death of anyone they cared about, even someone we think was flawed, and say, stop being sad about them. I didn't like their opinions. Mourn with those who mourn. If I ever see hypocrisy, let me see it for myself. God forbid every word we've ever spoken be the prerequisite for sympathy when we die." Wow. These people, these sick leftists, went after Sam Ponder simply for mourning Charlie Kirk. That's it. You see, this is the problem, man, when companies like ESPN bent the knee to this ideology, knowing that the vast majority of the country is not on board with this, and then you silence your own employees over this. ESPN is part of the problem, man. They're part of this network of radicalizing people on this trans issue. Charlie Kirk got assassinated mainly over the trans issue, among other things. I mean, the guy that assassinated him was a far leftist Antifa person. This is sickening, man. This is sickening. But there you have it, guys. I mean, Sam Ponder revealing that these DMs were worse than usual. I'm pretty sure she actually got death threats, guys. I really do believe that. But gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.